Okay, hi, welcome to this Memorial Day edition of Table Topics RE. I'm Stacey Harmon.
I'm Bob Watson.
I'm Scott Schang.
And we're going to start by what I wanted to bring to the table this week, which is I think there's some great lessons in how we've gone about starting Table Topics RE for real estate agents and real estate professionals to learn from about how to structure an online strategy and effectively maybe deploy a strategy that's going to really be effective for them in the long run. So I thought by case study of our launch here of Table Topics RE, we could articulate what we've done so maybe you can get some lessons about how to effectively craft a strategy for yourself.
Okay, so what's a strategy?
So from my perspective, the strategy is a plan of action about how we're going to get online exposure and marketing value out of what we have got, put out of what our idea is, get our idea exposure, and have a plan of attack on how we're going to invest our resources and time in the online medium.
Okay, so if you had to suggest a real estate agent how they create their own strategy, what would you guys say?
How they create their strategy? I think they first need to know what they want to accomplish.
They want to sell more houses.
What their goal is. Okay, they want to sell more houses. Do they want to? If they want to do it online, they need a specific strategy for building content, building a presence, having a voice online that can help build their presence. I think the goal is to build more business. That's not a strategy. Building more business isn't a strategy. That's a goal.
Okay.
The strategy is how do you get there. And Stacey, actually, the topic you wanted to bring was the hub and spokes, and we talk about that a lot when we're talking about online.
So it's a common theme that we think we'll come back to a lot, so I wanted to just express a little bit more about what a hub and spoke system is. It's what we're deploying here, and we're having a hub, an online presence that is the center of Table Topics RE. It happens to be the URL, the Table Topics RE. It's going to be
Uniform Resource Locator.
It's going to be the web presence for us. Online is going to be a WordPress site. We're choosing to do that because it's a flexible platform that allows for constantly updating. In our case, we're doing video posts on a consistent basis.
We have more ownership of the content on a WordPress platform. I mean, you could use almost anything for your hub, though, right?
It's certainly possible. I mean, there's a lot of discussions we can have in future episodes about what a good hub is. I think we've decided for our event here or our project here that we're going to have it be a WordPress site so that we can control it, and it has a lot of flexibility for us as we evolve the concept and kind of what we're doing.
So what's a spoke then?
So then the spokes that we're choosing are going to be our social media outlets. So our Twitter account, maybe our YouTube channel. We will possibly expand into a Facebook business page. For real estate agents, often it's a LinkedIn profile. It's these other places on the web that we're directing traffic back to our hub.
So if you were to draw a picture, it's exactly what it looks like. It's a hub and a spoke. So you have a hub in the center, and our communication channel is out to our spokes, and then there's conversation and community in all of these spokes, whether it's Twitter, or Facebook, or YouTube, or whatever, and we're driving them back to where we want the conversation, which is where our hub is. Is that pretty accurate?
I'd say that's certainly a big part of it. I mean, one of the things that we're going to want to do is make sure that all of those spokes, all of those social media locations are pointing back to our hub for sure, and that our hub is letting people know where they can find us on these other social media channels. So there's this two-way kind of a networking. But I don't necessarily agree that all the conversation is going to occur at the hub. We may have a very lively conversation on Twitter, for example.
Absolutely.
So, it's not that it's about controlling the conversation. From my perspective, it's about creating this network of places online that people and consumers can find you, where your audience can find you.
Right?
You know?
It's the source.
Okay, another important thing, though, is a content calendar. So you know what you're going to put out there on your hub, right?
Right. So we've got one part of our strategy is that we know that we have a hub and spoke system. We've identified our channels, and now we want to make sure that we're having consistency in our posting to our hub, and then broadcasting that out to the different channels in ways that are appropriate for the channels. And we're going to try to do that on a regular basis.
So we didn't all just accidentally show up here today and decide, hey, let's cut a video, right? Right. So we said, let's show up today and let's do a video. Let's create content. So it's got to be on purpose. It's just not going to happen.
And you guys can't see it, but we have a whiteboard up there where we brainstormed for about a half an hour on what we were going to talk about, and nothing is being talked about that we put on the whiteboard. So, but at least we put down our ideas.
Well, one of the things, though, that's an underlying concept that I think is really important to understand about what we're doing, and part of our strategy is that consistency is an underlying theme in many aspects of it. So
right.
now we know that we have a hub and spoke system, and we have consistency in a couple of ways. Bob talked about the fact that we have consistency in our content. We're going to do things on a regular basis. So there's a consistency in activity level and content creation. That's number one. Number two, we also purposefully, as part of our strategy, chose a title, Table Topics RE, that was available as a username across multiple places. So the domain was available. That was a key item, and we were able to get the Twitter handle as well as the Facebook
You don't want
channel.
your Twitter handle to be Table Topics RE1.
Right. Yes, exactly. So these are things that we purposely looked at when we were deciding how we were going to execute our strategy here once we knew who we were trying to reach and what our market was. So consistency is a really great thing. A third element of consistency that's an underlying concept that you're going to see happen over time, we're working on a brand of this. So we're going to have a visual look that will also be consistently represented across all of the channels. I mean, we're in day 4 of this, so that's still evolving, but certainly it's purposely part of our plan, and you're seeing consistency in all 3 of those areas as our strategy, and I think agents can learn from that.
And you know, we've got access to some of the most brilliant minds in real estate and technology. So Scott's created a WordPress blog for us in probably less than an hour, and switched the themes twice now. We're gonna throw out some resources on the site so you can actually do the same thing for yourselves without a lot of expense. And if you want to go to a lot of expense, we can send you to the $10,000 ones too. But it's really easy to get an online hub, and I think we're going to be able to show you that.
Yeah, and I see future discussions revolving specifically around that. We'll have discussions about what types of things can be your hub. Does it have to be WordPress? It's worked out purposefully. For us, that's a decision that we think is best, but it may not be for you, and we'll explore those ideas as we go on.
Great.
Yeah, and I think this is a super valuable foundation. There's obviously going to be a lot of conversations about how we build out the hub and spokes and the framework. But I think once folks understand, they grasp the concept of having the hub and spokes and having that model through which they can execute their strategy. I think deciding who you bring in to help you build that out, it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
Yep.
We agree. Okay, so that's really what I wanted to accomplish for today. I just wanted to make sure that everybody had some insight into what our thought process was and how we're going about building this out. Take away that you need to have a strategy. Yep. We advocate a hub and spoke system. Obviously, there's different solutions to that. We've chosen WordPress as our hub, and we're going to have several social media channels as part of that. Consistency is a core part of our strategy as well. We think that that's transferable as for agents and any real estate professional moving forward, and we're going to be hopefully pumping out a lot of content, and providing some resources that'll help you to do this for yourself as well.
And another important point is, just like Social Media Mastermind Orange County, how that grew over the last 2 years, this is your community, and you're going to help support this and build this and create this live, living organism that's going to help a lot of people out there.
It's a resource. Yeah, we want to be a resource.
Great. All right. Well, much more to come, but thanks for watching, and let us know what you'd like us to expand upon in future episodes, and we wish you a wonderful holiday. Till next time.
Bye.